What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it is time to review 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 173, I think. Doesn't really matter. The newest chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins. First off, the Q&A is pretty much set. Like, I have enough questions, but if you want to put in a few more, this video and my Captain America Civil War review are the last two videos you can put in some questions on. So go ahead and do that, and I'm going to be doing the Q&A tomorrow on Tuesday. So, please also check out the Captain America Civil War review. It is very long, it's like a half hour, but I thought it turned out pretty good. I talk a lot about the movie. I think I mentioned a few interesting things, so please check that out, whether it didn't pop up in your subscriptions because YouTube is stupid, or if you just thought, I don't want to watch it, please check that out. I thought it turned out pretty good, even though it is pretty long and rambly. Still, I thought it was pretty good. So, enough sucking my own dick on that video. 7 Deadly Sins. This chapter was pretty cool. It was surprising. First off, there's 3 basic parts to this chapter. The beginning, which is the fighting. The middle, which is talking about Melidodas, all the side characters basically sucking his dick and fucking talking about how great he is and how he's such a badass and he's fighting both one-on-one and using strategy and just all that shit. And then the final portion of the chapter, which is only like 2 or 3 pages, but it deserves to be the final portion of the chapter. And that is all of the commandments sitting down right there surrounding Melidodas. And it's 9 versus 1, which at first I thought, 9 versus 1? What, math? Are you good at math, translators? But apparently, yeah, 9 of them. I guess Gallon's the only one that's dead because he wasn't there. And we see this one that's all burnt up looking and bald and with the swirly energy around. So that would be, I forget her name, but she was Faith, I think, was her commandment. It kind of lessens Escanor's badassery, and it kind of retracts from story progression to have her be alive, but Elaine is still alive, so that makes sense. Now, I guess. Elaine's been interacting with the characters, though. She's been, like, a character for a little while now, so it's going to kind of suck to see her go, but this character probably has to die, so we'll just have to see what happens, but they're all there. Melidodas is basically fucked. Pretty much everyone knows Melidodas is fucked. So the ending was really, really cool. It was really, really surprising, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter. Definitely going to get a live reaction out of me. So the final third of the chapter, major thumbs up. The middle portion of the chapter, I don't know why I'm working in reverse, but fuck it. The middle portion of the chapter, with everybody talking about Melidodas, King points out that he has some kind of connection with the demons. Bond is like, yeah, they think he's a traitor, clearly. The captain is still captain no matter what, so we see Bond has restored faith in Melidodas, and pretty much everybody is just sucking his dick again, just talking about how cool he is and how badass he is and everything. So the middle portion of the chapter is good in terms of progressing everyone's trust of Melidodas and kind of shedding a little bit more light on this demon thing to the characters, not really to the audience. So that's good. And Diane's cool with Melidodas. She thinks he's really genuine. And yeah, so that's good. Of course, she has to get her memories back still, so that really doesn't mean much what she says right now, but whatever. And then the first portion, which is Melidodas versus Dolor and the Old Fairy King. Super badass. This dude is just going in, landing all kinds of badass blows, stopping them from healing each other, or at least stopping the Old Fairy King from healing Dolor. Dolor uses heavy metal. That was like the one panel in the chapter where I was like, okay, I know he's using heavy metal, but like I couldn't quite, like it did not not like the metal texturing looked bad. It was just something about the page itself, like something about the panel where I just couldn't really follow where the line work on the hands were going in some spots. It just looked a little messy, a little cluttered, but not, it's total nitpick. It's the only panel that was like that. Other than that, the art was really, really pristine in this chapter. It looked great. Melidodas was awesome. Just beating the shit out of him. It was great. But then his beatdown gets interrupted by all of them showing up. There's no way he stands a chance, but what is interesting is that they ask him, why are you siding with humans? You were so powerful, you could have probably taken the throne of the Demon King, which is, really? He's that strong? What the fuck? Oh, it's noon. I have a watch that I'm not wearing that tells me when it's noon and beeps forever. I don't even know if you guys can hear it, it's kind of quiet, but anyways, that aside, that interruption, they talk about how he could take the Demon King's throne. I'm not saying Demon King has to be like uber mega fucking godlike powerful, but really Melidodas is that strong? Because I was assuming that after they beat the commandments they'd be facing the Demon King, but if Melidodas could take the throne from him, he's not really going to be much of a threat. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Meliodas might be too strong. I don't know. We'll have to see how he fares against all of them, because the next chapter is Meliodas versus the Ten Commandments. Well, 9 out of 10, of course. But, yeah, man, I really do wish, though. I really wish they were both dead, honestly. Just because it would have been cool progression, and, it doesn't really undermine, Escanor's badassery. By having her be alive, it does undermine his badassery, and it, lessens the impact of having two of them be dead. Because this arc is really long, and that whole sequence with Bon and meeting his adoptive father and the backstory and fighting these two and finding Escanor and then Escanor fucking using his powers for the first time. I mean, that was a really good section of the story, and killing both of those characters would have made that a really good part of the arc. But she's not dead, so it's still a good part of the arc, not quite as impactful, but whatever, it's, my personal opinion. But, she's there. At least I think, unless there's another commandment that looks like her. But they said 9 out of 10, and Galen's not there, so that has to be her all just burnt up and shit. So, yeah. And, Elaine's alive, so that explains that and everything. But I don't really have much else to say about this chapter. The fighting was badass. The middle section was pretty cool, I guess. And the final section was really surprising and a really, really good cliffhanger with him staring down his brother. That was really cool. So, yeah, this chapter basically gets like an 8 to 8.5 out of 10. And it was a very good chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins. So once again, I want to say please check out my Captain America Civil War review, because I'm pretty sure this will get more views, even though I'm uploading both of these videos pretty late in the day, which kind of sucks, but whatever. And, yeah, because that can hurt my views sometimes. Sometimes, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, what did you guys think of this chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins? You can tell me in the comments section below. You can also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. Uncharted 4 comes out gloriously soon, so if you add me on PSN, maybe we can hit up some multiplayer. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, once again, Instagram, PSN. Also, give this video a thumbs up, share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you like what you've seen here. If you got this far in the video, you must have thought it was at least okay. So hit that subscribe button if you wish. And, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.